Hi, it's Matthew Dickson of mindy.ca. Welcome to the Monday night Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. I've got schizophrenia. I'm doing well now. I'm 50. I got diagnosed at 22, and it took me a long time to get better, but I did get better, and I'm hoping I can offer some hope to people who are struggling with schizophrenia or other mental illness to know that there's hope. Yeah, you have no idea what the future may bring. Keep fighting. Please keep fighting. It is so worth it. You are valuable. You are a valuable human being. And so often we think especially in our culture, that our 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 value our valuableness, is that a word? Valuability is tied to what we do, how productive we are. But you, just simply by being alive, are valuable. And when you've got mental illness, perhaps coupled with our culture in North America, we it's easy to think that we're not valuable. And I want to remind you, because your brain might not be telling you that you're a very valuable human being, that your worth is worth trillions, beyond trillions of dollars. It is priceless. No one can even put a price on you. You are unique. There is no one else like you in the world. There never was and there never will be. There's only one of you. And everything about you is entirely unique. And please keep fighting. If you have no one else to fight for me. Do it for me. I read a story once about a man who's in the hospital who was given 0% chance of survival with his disease. And I forget what the disease was, and he had no friends or family to come in to visit him. He did have a staff member, I think maybe a male nurse in the hospital, who came in and visited him every day and talked to him. The man recovered. He was given 0% chance, and he recovered and went on to live a good life. The doctors asked him, "How did you recover from this? How did you get better? We didn't think you would at all." He said, "I did it for him." The man who came in to visit him every day. He said, "I did it for him." If you have no one to do it for, and I know you may not know me, do it for me. Say, "I'm going to do it for Matthew, because I'd like to see you get better. I don't know you, but I'd love to see you get better. I'd love to see you keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting." I did for years, and I know how tough it can be. I don't know. I haven't been through all sorts of experiences with mental illness. I only have my own unique experience, and you have your own unique experience too that no one else has. But I've got elements of it. We all have elements of it. For those of us who've gone through mental illness, we all have elements of what you're going through. We all know this, and I'm sure there are millions of other people who would love to see you succeed. If you could meet all 7.8 billion people in the world, I am sure there'd be millions of people, if you had the time to meet them and get to know them, that they would be rooting for you. We simply don't, because there's too many people in the world. We can't physically do that. But I know if you met them, they would be rooting for you. Everybody on the planet has a million followers. If they'd only had a chance to meet them. A million followers. I'm sure you've got that too. I'm sure everybody has that. So keep fighting. Life can be wonderful. Life can be heaven on earth. And it can also be hell on earth. And your goal is to get to that heaven on earth, because it exists. I don't know why the brain produces these feelings and sensations and thoughts that go through our body that turn heaven into hell. But they do. But you can switch back into a heaven from hell. It's wonderful. How the body works, how the neurons work in your brain, how they fire a certain way. We know a lot about how they work. Some of it is also a mystery, and some of it we may not ever know. I want to remind you that there's mystery in life. There's, for lack of a better word, a magic to life. A mystery, things we don't know how they work. It can be very perplexing. People have been asking these questions, or questions about life in general, for millennia, and we will continue to ask them for millennia. And you're a part of that. There's a magic in you. Your body can heal in ways that we don't really even fully understand, and probably never will, to a certain degree. There's always a mystery, and your goal is to keep going, even though that mystery turns into a terrifying unknown when you're mentally ill. When you get into a good space, a good headspace, and you're feeling good mentally, that terrifying unknown turns into adventure and mystery. What could happen today? Who knows? It's wonderful not knowing what's going to happen. It makes you look forward to it instead of dreading the day from this terrifying unknown. It's possible. Please keep fighting. You're a wonderful human being, and I know you're trying the best you can. Everybody is trying the best they can with what they know at the time. And please, please keep fighting. I also want to say that I'm doing quite well these days. I'm getting on more podcasts. I'm very happy about that. I'm looking for more interviews. And if people want to know something they can do to help MindAid, which is how I help people with mental illness in developing countries, share it. Talk about it. There's so many things you can do to create a conversation about this. MindAid, as far as I know, is the only website of its kind in the world. It helps people with mental illness in developing countries get basic mental health care. I don't do the work myself. There are 10 nonprofits that I've found that are doing the work in the field, getting people in developing countries basic mental health care. And I'm trying to promote their work and build their capacity, get more people donating and fundraising to them. And my website, MindAid, is a hub for the cause. I'd love to see it get more traction. I believe it could. I share it with people. People say, that's a great looking website, Matthew. I love what you're doing. It's such a good cause. It's so needed. It's so needed. The mental health in developing countries is vastly under-resourced. And I think if people simply knew about it, knew that there's a website that's relatively easy to follow, you go to the donate section, there's 10 nonprofits you can donate to. Get to know their names. Strong Minds, Find Mind, Basic Needs. There's Partners in Health, CBM UK, Minds Foundation, and more. Try Recovery Global. They use trauma recovery yoga to help people in Iraq. They also want to work in Ukraine in 2023. And they have a fundraiser going on right now to raise $8,000 to be able to work in Ukraine next year. Can you donate to that? It's on their website, their fundraiser. This is something that can help someone right now who's struggling mentally, can't feed their family, wondering, is there anybody out there who can help me? We're sitting right here. Millions of us are sitting right here with a few dollars in our pocket. We can donate $3 a month to one of these nonprofits. Many nonprofits accept donations that low these days. Plus, monthly donations let nonprofits balance out their budget easier for the year instead of getting random one-time donations throughout the year when they don't know when they'll get them. It helps them plan better for the year. It's also easier on your pocketbook. $3 a month is a lot easier to plan for instead of a random, larger one lump sum through the year. Can you do that? Can you help someone get back up on their feet? We're sitting right here. If MindAid was shared and talked about more, maybe even a household name, which I would love to see it be, that would be amazing. And not so much for me, it would be for the people who need the help. Millions of people. There are over 270 million people in developing countries with no mental health care right now who are mentally, they have mental illness and it's untreated. 270 million at least. The number could be a lot larger, the experts say. 270 million. That's like the entire U.S., roughly, with untreated mental illness sitting there today. Some of them kept in chains. Some people, they estimate hundreds of thousands in 60 countries are kept in chains with untreated mental illness as well, with their feet through a log, tied to a bed, tied to a tree, with untreated mental illness. They're sitting right there today. All of them, millions of people sitting there today, thinking, when is this going to stop? When is my pain going to stop? Because I was there with my schizophrenia. When is it going to stop? Please stop it now. Please stop this pain now. Please stop it now. It went through my head all day long for years. Mine did stop. I got mental health care. Yeah, took a long time to get better, but I got better. I'm very happy about that. I'm alive. I get to breathe in, breathe out, enjoy breathing in and breathing out, instead of being so sick and bombarded by stimuli that I wasn't even aware of breathing in and breathing out in some ways. It wasn't until maybe 2009, after 15 years or so of recovery, that I actually felt the wind on my face one day. I thought, oh my gosh, I felt something touch my face. I thought, is it a bug or something? I thought, no, it's the wind. That's the wind on your face, Matthew. I didn't even register it for years. It's like playing in a football game, and the next day you look at yourself and you've got bruises all over, and you don't even remember how you got them. Part of your body, your mind just switches off stuff so that it doesn't register. It was like that for me. How can you help someone? Go to mindaid.ca and share it. That would mean the world to somebody. It could help someone get back up on their feet, feed their family, and it's free to do. It's free to do and so easy. It just takes a second of your time. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, something. I've got over 200 videos on my YouTube channel, the Mind Aid YouTube channel, that are all about, that are for the cause of mental health in developing countries. You can share those. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. I've got posts there. You can share them. You can simply make a post of your own, share the website mindaid.ca, say a few things about it, go here to help someone with mental illness in developing countries, just one sentence like that, and share it. I would love if people did that. And the people who need mental health care would love it too. I'll leave it there for tonight, and I'll be back